Hi there, and welcome to a simple tutorial on how to submit your report for the Great Lakes Commons map. This Submit a Report page is found here on the home page in two spots, here and over here, and plays an important role, a very important role, for the map's collaborative vision, which is to grow deeper connections between the bioregion and its inhabitants through information, discussion, and story, while building a water commons ethic. So let's get to it. The top part of the page is the submit form with the report title, the description, the date and time, the categories, some contact information, and on the right, your location information, and any websites or videos or photos you want to share that give more depth and give us more of a visuals of what you're talking about. When you're ready, you'll hit the submit button. The bottom part describes each part of the form in a handy written way. Just make sure you have the parts that are with a red asterisk filled out, otherwise you might get an error message when you want to submit. Let's tackle the map part first in the top right. The default view has a red marker placed in the middle of the map, which is the middle of the Great Lakes actually. You can click and drag on this red marker and move it to wherever you like. You can also zoom out or zoom in. So let's just try putting it over by Milwaukee for now, on Lake Michigan, and we can zoom in. So you can use this way to, generally guide where you want the marker to be. But perhaps an easier way or more precise way is to use the Find Location option, where you can search for a lake. So you could search for Lake Michigan and click Find Location. You could also search for an institution. You could search for any important place, including an address. So let's say you wanted to search for Milwaukee City Hall. Well, you'd get the address, type it in your Find Location, and you can zoom in and see that it's right downtown by Two Rivers, actually. So there we have Milwaukee City Hall. So we have searched for it in the Find Location using an address. We can also refine the location name depending on the kind of story you want to tell or any sort of privacy concerns you have. Basically, this refined location name just helps the viewer know what they're looking at. So we could just for this write Milwaukee City Hall so they know what they're looking at. So that's our location, and we refine the location name. Okay, the last part on this location section is the markers. The default is for one marker, but you can also select multiple markers by clicking on this tool, depending on what kind of story you want it to tell. You can also draw a line, depending on, again, perhaps your story follows a river or a road or a boundary. You can also draw any sized or any shaped polygon by clicking on this tool, like that. Check out the information in the bottom on the polygon, line, and map tools if you're confused or want a little bit more help on just how to use these tools. Okay, now let's head back to the top of the page and give your new report a title. So something original, something interesting, something catchy. In the description, you can take as much or as little space as you need to express what you want. This could be a question, could be an essay, could be an observation, could be a poem, or even a proposal for change, or an idea you have that you want others to know about, or even a project you're working on with a little bit of information here and then linked on the right, which I'll show you in a second. And then this description will need to be put in a category. Right now there are 4 categories: harming, healing, stories and places, and social charter. You can learn more about what these categories are about on the categories page of the map over here, which gives you a bit more information and also even links. You can select as many as you like of the categories, as long as it helps to tell the story and fits with your ideas. These categories act as filters so that users of the Commons map can easily find what matters to them. So here we'll just select stories and places. The plus sign is for subcategories. Right now, there's oil pipelines and nuclear energy. More may follow as the map evolves, but for now these are the categories you'll see. If you want to edit the date and time of your report, you can do that over here, Modify Date. You can change the date and the time as well. While not seen by the viewer, we need a first name and an email address to get in touch with you if we need to regarding your report. So we can put in a name and an email. Again, notice how there's a red asterisk for these fields. These must be completed, otherwise you'll get an error message if you try to submit your report. Okay, now back over to the right side of the page, you will see underneath our refined location name, website, video, and photos. Here, you can paste in as many related websites, hosted MP3s, or photos as you like. Again, these can add depth and description to your post or link back to your website or blog. You can even add multiple using the plus sign on the right. For the external videos, you can use hosted video from YouTube or Vimeo. Just paste in the share link. And again, you can add multiple by adding the plus sign. Lastly, you can upload photographs from your computer. There is a 2 megabyte file size per photo maximum, but you just click Choose File, take your JPEG or your PNG file, hit Open, and you'll see it listed there, ready to go. Again, you can add multiple of these as well. Okay, you're pretty much done. Scan over your excellent report. Think about how impressed the viewer will be seeing and reading all your amazing talent and wisdom. And when you're ready, hit the Submit button. Then you'll get a confirmation page like this, and likely within a day or so, you'll see your report up on the Commons map. In the meantime, browse around, see what others have added, share them, comment on them, and consider yourself a Commons Map collaborator. You did it. Thanks for watching, and pass on the goodness.